Think before you react. Thinking before you react. Because there's consequences behind your thinking. When a victim is caused hospital costs, separation of family, grieving. If you don't survive, funeral expenses. There's separation there. Someone has lost a loved one. The offender, 911 emergency, prison time, lawyer fees, court fees. That's a separation from someone that you, a daughter, a mother, a father, same as the victim. But separate because you didn't think before you reacted.
Because time can cause it can either cost or it can save a life. So everything we do, we meet ourselves now so we get them dispatched on the way to come and help the person in need. Fast forward to today, we now have headsets, which means both hands free to do typing. And we try to type everything someone says pretty much, because who knows how small a tidbit of information, how important it could be to an officer or law or EMS and fire that's responding to a call. So you try to do everything you can, and you try to relay that information to the units in the field as best you can, in a way that they can understand it, receive it, picture it, and know what they're going into. We have a CAD system, and it stands for Computer Aided Dispatch. It's a program which helps us to input information, pertinent information, and helps, because I may take a call for the fire department, but I'm not dispatching the fire department. Someone else needs to take that call, see it, know what to say, and give them what they need so they can respond to the call.
Individual, I teach that child. And I look at that child as far as, how long you been doing this? I used to parents, how long they been doing it? And then we'll go from there as far as decision making that I would make. I may turn around and say, hey, I'm gonna do a report. I'm gonna hold this over your head. You got 2 years to clean your act up. Tell you what I'm talking about. You got 2 years to clean your act up. If you do it again, guess what? I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna charge you for it. Parents, if you have any problems with this child, call and let me know. That's how we work. We have families, we have kids. You know, we have compassion. So we're not all about trying to, remove that child, take that child, unless they commit one of those 7 days. They commit that 7 deadly, we don't have a choice.
Introduce myself. My name is Rob Williams, Assistant Chief of Pelham Police Department. Been there since 1993, so it's roughly 28 years. So, in the past 3 years, since 2008, in the city of Pelham, we have had 6 murders. 5 of those gun violence. Now, we're the smallest agency represented in this room today as far as geographically the size of Pelham and the size of the community. But that's 6 murders. 5 of them were results of gun violence. 2 of the murders took place at one time in the street, and it was just like the doctor's talking about, this machismo, you're not going to disrespect me type thing. Guns get pulled, 2 guys get killed. That gang's in Pelham, Georgia. And people will say you're crazy, but they don't know. They don't see what we see. They don't interact with the people that we interact with, and it's there. But guess what? It's not just Pelham, Georgia. Probably Boston, Georgia, and just smaller towns, Whigham, Georgia. You've got the same thing. And you know why? Because we don't have boundaries anymore. Used to, it was a big city thing, a California thing, a New York thing. Guess what? We've got social media, we've got television, we don't have boundaries anymore. The same thing that they're consuming in Los Angeles and New York, our kids are consuming right there in their bedroom. So we don't have those boundaries anymore. How are we going to deal with that? That's a huge problem. That's a big burden. I mean, how can we possibly hope to change that? Well, we just have to do what we can, and we have to do it one person at a time that's willing to step up and help.
Because of COVID, the numbers would have gone down quite a bit. What I found out was they have gone up. Last year in 2020, we had 43,553 deaths to gun violence in the United States. That number went up from the previous year. I thought everybody would be inside of the house and would not be a big issue. Of those 19,397 were homicides, 24,156 were suicides. Okay? Out of that number, the kids have been beyond the age of 11. Under the age of 11, 299 were killed last year. And between 12 and 17 was 1,074 lost their lives to gun violence. The problem is we got to train our kids better to have respect. Okay? They need to have respect for themselves. They need to have respect for others. They need to have respect for authority. And they need to have respect for life. They don't do that. They don't have that. And we don't teach that. I don't know where it failed. I don't know where it went wrong.
I'm Nathaniel Tyler. From Payville, Georgia. I worked for the city about 41 years, and I retired a few years ago. And one of my goals was to give back a little bit after I retired, so I landed over at the Boys and Girls Club for adults. Stop being afraid of your children, set some grounds, set some priority, be the parent that everybody's angry at, because rules are required and they have consequences. And as every one of our panel indicated, that part of what we're seeing is action without consequences. And it's hard to get behavior to change when there are so many chances and very few consequences. If I don't graduate from high school, nothing happens. If I don't get a GED, nothing happens. You don't miss a meal. You still got on $250 sneakers. You still go out. So why go to school? What's gonna happen? Nothing. I can still watch cable. I can still go to the ball game. Why? Because of all of the other services and stuff that are available. All of the other enablers that catch you. As the older one, I'm 66. When we grew up, 7 boys and 1 girl, we had to take care of ourselves. If you didn't get up and go to work and get food, you didn't eat. There were consequences with being lazy and not being responsible. You don't have money, you don't pay your rent. You don't pay your rent, you put out your house. Pretty good, isn't it? Pretty cool. Pay your light bill, light stays on. You don't pay your light bill, you're in the dark.
Website is Think Before You Act. I've got a website out there now, so we got some volunteers. We sell T-shirts and everything. We sell caps, T-shirts. We're a 501(c)(3) program. The last 2 years, I went through the state, through the IRS, got certified and everything. So we're meaning business. We're meaning business. We mean to making a difference in the community. I'm glad that who's here to make a difference in the community. So from the time you leave here, start making a difference in your community. Telling someone about it. Think before you react. Consequences on your actions. Again, we thank y'all. We're about 5 minutes before leaving, so we're good to go. Thank you all.